I'm Lieutenant Colonel Jim Parsons, retired, chairman of the Bella Vista Patriots, who are putting on this ceremony today, and glad that you're here. And we gather here to remember, to honor those that are here at the wall and those millions of others who have sacrificed so much for our freedom. We have a brick here on the wall of a man who was a general, and he was at the bridge at Concord. The British pulled up. They were hot, tired, and for some reason one of the British soldiers, they don't know which one, fired at the general. They missed him, and he ordered to fire back. That was the shot that was heard around the world. And it threw us into our first Revolutionary War. And this wall reflects those thereafter, always to today. And so we honor them for giving us the freedom that we have to come and gather this way. It isn't in every country and every nation where we can come out this way without reprisal. But here in America, we have a First Amendment right, and we can meet this way, and we're free without that reprisal. And we appreciate the men and women that have given us this privilege. I would like to make just an announcement or two before we begin, and that is that I saw some fairly elderly out here in the crowd. Do we have any World War II veterans here in the crowd? If we do, would you please stand and give us a wave?
Charles.
I understand there are some here.
Stand up, Charles.
Of course, we have these up here that we'll be introducing, but I just wondered if we had some show up that we don't know about. I'd heard by email and so forth that we did, and so Leonard will be introducing you in a minute. And I know it's hard for you to stand. At 93, I'm 83, it's hard for me to stand, so I understand. Anyway, do we have any of the sheepdogs? They were here Saturday. Any sheepdogs in the group? They met here. Is there one back there? There he is. There's a sheepdog back there. Thank you for giving him a hand. They go around the nation in times of crisis, hurricanes, cyclones, floods, and help. And in doing so, they're helping those veterans who need a mission. And so that's what they do. Most of them are in Dallas today at a big memorial service, but some have stayed behind, so we have that. Are there any elected officials here we'd like to recognize you, maybe a mayor from another town, or city councilman, or what about a school board member? Any? They went fishing. Okay, that's good. What about any candidates? We got anybody that's running for office? We'll give you recognition. All right, it's not campaign season. We do have some World War II veterans here. We've got Charlie Whitford, 98 years old. I was saying he was 99. He corrected me and said, no, I'm just 98. And so he is here. He started his campaign at New Guinea in the Philippines, fought through the islands all the way to Japan in World War II. And he's going to be our parade marshal, 4th of July parade. Our parade marshals, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Our parade marshals, every year, while we do a DVD, and we send that off to the Smithsonian Institute for the archives. And so we're going to do that for him today. And so if you'd like to sit in on that interview, why, Kevin Dooley, our videography, and maybe some of our television stations are going to record his interview. And so if you would like to sit in on an interview and see what his life was all about, these World War II veterans, parade marshals that we've had, interesting, their stories. They're all the same, and they're all different. because of their personalities and who they are, where they came from. And some of those stories, they're not in history books, they're not taught at school, they're not in the newspaper, they haven't been in the newsreels of every movie made of them, but they are so interesting, and so we'll be doing this for him immediately after our meeting here today. If you'd like to stay and listen, you're welcome to do that. Our next World War II veteran is the man who built this wall. From the very beginning, he is a founder, and he's probably the oldest living person to be so involved with the creation of this wall. And this is Leonard Isaac. Leonard, I won't ask you to stand again because I know how difficult that is. So anyway, Leonard, we appreciate you. 93.